Flash your time with Triple G. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And all cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek. Welcome back to the channel. Don't know why I'm doing this. So we've got another live show. We just did a live show last night. I do know why I'm doing this. I tell you why. Because I am away this weekend. I am off to HorrorCon in Manchester. So I've decided that I've quite getting into the hang of and enjoying doing these solo shows where we talk a little bit about comic books, we talk a little bit about what I've been reading recently and all that kind of stuff. And I was going to miss it this weekend, so I thought I'd chuck a one in tonight just to see how it goes, and we can just see how things pan out. So as usual, I've got some comic books to quickly review, some books that have just been released today, so I appreciate some of you won't have read them, so let us know in the chat when we're talking about them if you've not read it yet, and I'll avoid giving spoilers. I'll just talk general themes. I've got some action figures to show off again vintage action figures. I'm just working my way through my shelves really to show you some of my vintage figures, and I thought instead of showing you what's on my shelf tonight, I'd look at something that I don't talk about very often, which is my sticker book collection. So my old vintage sticker book collection, Panini stickers. So I thought we would touch on those as well. So before we get to that, let's just quickly see who we have got in the chat. We've got Terry. Another day, another show. Good evening. Absolutely, Terry. Absolutely. I don't want to get back. There was a period last year or the year before, can't remember when it was, maybe a couple of years ago, where I was streaming almost every night. So I don't want to get back to that, but I do have to be honest, and Fuzzy's great, but I do have to be honest and say I'm quite enjoying doing these solo streams where I get to just kind of chat tease. Nothing taken away from the stream to do with all the other guys. Love working with those guys. But it is quite nice sometimes to just do a one-man show. So, yeah, I don't want to get to streaming every night, but yeah, we'll probably end up doing a few more of these. We've got Fuzzy of the Dunlop. Easy now. Hope you're well, pal. We've got Joshy Boy Toys. Evening. Always good to see you, Joshy. Excuse me. We've got Arrowfire. Nice to see you, Arrowfire. Evening. Just popped in to say hi. Nice to see you, pal. Was chatting with a pal of yours today. Really hope you're going to join us on our Christmas quiz. That should be fun. No Transformers rounds, but no Transformers rounds. So, you know, you're going to have to bring your A game. We've got Wayne Deacon. Nice to see you, Wayne. Hope you're doing well, pal. I hope things are going all right at the moment. Don't worry, I can't read, so spoil away. Oh, Wayne. You can look at the pictures, Wayne. You can look at the pictures. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, let's start off. I just want to keep you probably for half an hour, 3/4 of an hour tonight, and then we will move you on because Sorrel has got a show at 8 o'clock tonight. So want you to, I think I've done it right. If you're staying in the chat, you'll be automatically moved over to his. No Transformer rounds. Hearsay. Yeah. Well, I might squeeze a few Transformers in there just to see Efren's reaction. Really, you'll not know what's happening. Andrew, just listening while making the bed. Good stuff, Andrew. Crack on, mate. We've got Kev. Nice to see you. If I wanted to read, I'd go to school. Yeah, it's overrated. School, that is. It's overrated, mate. Okay, let's start off with a couple of comic book reviews. Some of the things I've been reading recently. And we'll start off with Strange Tales. Let us know in the chat, guys, if you've read these, if you haven't read them. Strange Tales, well, all of them on this screen came out last week. So hopefully if you wanted to read them, you would have read them by now. Strange Tales. It's an interesting one. So this is Wanda Maximoff, obviously, the Scarlet Witch, and Nico, who was from the Runaways originally, I believe, and a few other characters. You've got Wiccan in there and a few other characters. This is, first of all, probably not written for me, I have to say, as an older gentleman. It is very kind of teeny. The art style is a little bit anime, and the writing is a little bit kind of teen drama, I guess. But it's got an interesting story, a basic story, in which it's basically Marvel's version of Jumanji, I think. So basically, excuse me, a couple of them gather together to play a D&D game, and they're transported into Nightmare's realm, where they're kind of playing D&D for real. So orcs and things attacking them and stuff like that. Yeah, I picked it up because it's kind of a Halloween month and I was in a Halloween-y vibe kind of thing. I won't be reading on, but I think this is probably for a younger audience. Not for me. Andrew, I'd take school over work. Yeah, absolutely, pal. Absolutely me as well. I still haven't read most of my last week's releases. Get on it, Fuzzy. Come on, man. Get your finger out. Have you read High Strangeness? I missed it, but ordered it today. I haven't, but I think Fuzzy mentioned that one a little while ago. There. He was disappointed with it, Kev. Yeah, I hadn't heard good things, and it's a pricey book, as Fuzzy says. £9. Fuzzy, it sounds terrible, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's not for me, Fuzzy. It's a younger man's comic, let's say that. Haven't read Harley Elvira yet, but I don't imagine it's brain expanding. Oh, Terry, I'll get to that in a bit, mate. I mean, I'm sure, Sorrel will tell where it's the best thing since sliced bread, but yeah. We've got Efren. Nice to see you, Efren. Hope you're doing well, pal. Hope you're doing well. Last week, pretty sure I got 10-year-old books I've not read. Yeah, I've got a stack of books I've not read. Terry, it's tragic. Yeah. So, we've got Marvel, Black, White, Blood and Guts. Now, previously, these have been a load of old rubbish. I've not really engaged with these series. They did the Star Wars one, they've done a few other ones. Again, in a horror vibe, so I thought I'd pick this up and give it a go. I really, really enjoyed this. It's got 3 independent tales in it, 2 of which are Blade-centric. The first one was really good. Second one, not so much so. But it was the third tale I really enjoyed, and I don't want to spoil it for people, but it is well worth a read. I liked this far more than I expected to like it, and I'll definitely be reading on. So yeah, I will be picking the next issue of this one up because it was a good yarn. It was a good yarn. And then we've got Harley Quinn and Elvira. Just crap. So sorry again. I'm not a big Harley Quinn reader or fan. I do like the character of Elvira, but I ain't read loads by her. I found this just hard work. It's got so many. I mean, the cover there should tell you all you need to know with the the dog poo on the cover kind of thing. It's. I sound like a real old fart. It's juvenile. It's got lots of rude jokes in it and things like that. Lots of innuendo. The artwork's nice, I guess. I absolutely hadn't appreciated that this was a ongoing or a limited series. I thought this was a one and done kind of thing. But there's an issue 2 coming. The basic premise of the story is Harley Quinn kidnaps Elvira because she wants a good party. Elvira's just lost her job, and shenanigans ensue. Yeah, not for me this one. Fuzzy, heard 2 of the 3 stories are good. Yeah, absolutely, Fuzzy. I wasn't as taken by the second Blade story. Kind of understand why, if you've got 3 tales, you make 2 of them Blade tales. That feels a bit off. But anyway, yeah, the second Blade tale, I think it was the art style threw us. I couldn't really understand what was happening. But the other 2 tales are very good. First tale is again a Blade tale, which is excellent. The second tale really, really jumped out at us. I really enjoyed it. It's basically set in the future, where it's implied, it doesn't actually say it, but it's implied that 2 kids go to Pepper Potts' house, where Iron Man's armor is, and the armor's being cursed by a wizard following his last battle, his death, basically. And it gets quite gory. and it was a fun short horror story. So I would definitely pick that one up. Fuzzy, love that green trade dress. Yeah, it looks spot on. It looks really good, really good. Yeah, I dropped Harley Elvira, just not for me. I'm the same, Kev. Again, bit like Strange Tales. I'm probably not the target audience. I just found it hard work, and for someone who makes a lot of innuendo and silly jokes on this channel, it was too much for us. I didn't like reading it, if that makes sense. We've got Sorrel. He's bound to tell where that Harley Quinn was amazing. I'm sure he'll get to that. I definitely wouldn't pay a tenner for a blind bag of this Elvira Harley book either. No, absolutely not. I'm here just in time for Harley Elvira chat. What did you think of it then, Sorrel? Did you like it? Because it's not my cup of tea. I only bought it for Elvira. Stopped buying Harley years ago. Pure crap for years. Yeah, the Elvira element, to be fair, when it's Elvira, I thought it was all right. She's a good character. I enjoyed that. But it's when it's Harley Quinn, just didn't out for us. Not at all. Apologies if you can hear lots of banging around. There's people wandering around upstairs, so you can hear it on the mic. Apologies for that. We've got Andrew, bedmaid, cat bribed with treats. Now I can sit down and enjoy. Good stuff, Andrew. Well, you haven't said enjoy. I'm assuming you're going to enjoy. Surprised the real Elvira allowed it. She has a very big say. Yeah. I mean, I imagine they chucked some cash at her, Terry. So yeah, that's those three books. They were. If you were going to get one of those, you wanted one kind of horror-ish themed book, definitely go for Marvel, Black, White, Blood and Guts. That was, for me, the winner of those three. I don't understand why they released the blind bag 2 weeks after issue 1 came back. Crackers. It doesn't make any sense at all, mate. It doesn't make any sense at all. Couple more books for you. Now, these are out this week, so you may not have read them yet. But we've got 30 Days of Night, Fallen Sun. This is by Rodney Barnes, which is why I've picked it up. Rodney Barnes, who's a fantastic writer, someone I particularly enjoy. I love his Philadelphia series, and his Rita or Nita Hawes Nightmare blog was very, very good. I bought Blackula. Actually, where the hell is Blackula? I've got Blackula somewhere, but I've not read it yet. So I've got Blackula to read. I'm a big fan of the original 30 Days of Night. I really enjoyed the movie. That was very, very cool. Really liked that. So I thought I'd give this a go. What I hadn't anticipated was that it is, and I should have known this because I've read the synopsis, that it does kind of directly follow on the previous series. It must be 15, 20 years since I've read the first run of this. So there are characters in this where I think I'm supposed to know who they are. So there's a big reveal of who the big baddie's going to be, and he's linked to another character that I had to go away and read up on and research, and it turns out it's the character from the vampire that died in the first series of 30 Days of Night. I didn't pick that up at all. I didn't really get that. So you do need to be familiar with the story or willing to go back and just check it. Artwork on this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Painted kind of artwork. There are some graphic and really well drawn vampire scenes with this, with them ripping throats out and stuff like that. Yeah, really like it. So I'm enjoying this. I'll definitely be reading on. Andrew's going to do his best to enjoy. Appreciate that, Andrew. Thank you. Wasn't aware of the blind bags until they were already off pre-order. Yeah. Sorrow, of course you did. I liked Harley Elvira. I have to admit the Harley elements were hard to read, but Elvira is fun. And this was in the Elvira style, which is cool. I'm going to read on. Yeah, I'm not reading on, mate. I'm not reading on. Fuzzy, gonna say it. Rodney is a tad overrated. Philadelphia is good. Everything else is disappointed. That's a shame, Fuzzy. Have you read Nita, I think it's Nita's Nightmare blog? That's very good, particularly the first arc of that. But I hear what you're saying, Fuzzy. I do hear what you're saying. I dropped the Batman, what was it called? The Batman werewolf one with the fancy glow-in-the-dark covers. I dropped that. Couldn't get away with that. And I didn't like his Mandalorian because it was just the same retelling of the series. Yeah, well, Fuzzy. You see, Fuzzy, me and you were like mind melded. Batman was really poor and Star Wars was thumbs down. Yeah. Efren's a big Rodney Barnes fan. Got to check it out. It's a good story. Certainly this first issue, Efren has been pretty cool. So I would recommend you read that one. It's good. Now, there's been a whole host of X-related books out this week. I've started reading through some of them, but this is the first one I kind of picked up and read because it was the one with the most interesting story. This is Sinister's 6, and it features Havoc, Domino, Phantom X, a female version of Phantom X, Omega Red, Black Cat, who's been mutated into a full-on cat, and Venom. It was all right. Didn't set me world alight. Artwork was quite nice. Very simplistic story of them attacking two Heroes for Hire characters. Can't remember what they're called. The two female characters. Someone remind us in the chat. Who are the two female characters that are always around kind of Luke Cage and whatnot? Misty Knight? Is it Misty Knight? One of them's got a bionic arm? Can't remember. Anyway, and it's basically them kind of hunting her down, but really they're there to try and trap Venom. It was okay. It didn't blow us away. I'll probably read on just to see what happens next, but I'll probably bin it if the next issue isn't better than this one. Fuzzy, the last Batman and Robin has been pushed back 2 weeks, so I won't get most of my books for a fortnight. That's shocking, Fuzzy. That's because I mean you're going to be waiting ages, aren't you? That's naff. I always wanted to go back and reread Philadelphia since I'm from Philly. It's a great series, Kev. It's well worth a read. Hellcat. So I think that's what they're calling her in this, but it's Black Cat basically who's being mutated into a cat type thing. And then we've got the Incredible Hulk. Now, to be fair, I dropped off the Incredible Hulk maybe 5-6 issues ago. I enjoyed it when it first started, and then it lost its way. It suffered terribly, I think, when they changed artists, and they had a couple of different artists in between them. But this is the last issue of the Incredible Hulk. We've then got the kind of the relaunch next month, so I thought I'd pick this up and see what it's all about. Really liked it. Really liked it. The art is much better. The story was good and fun. Basically, it's the accumulation of the entire series. So from day one of the series, there's been this, is it called the mother of all evils or the mother of all creatures or something? Which has been sending things to get the Hulk. Our son, the Elder, has inhabited the Abomination's body, and he needs the Hulk's body to release his mother, basically. By the end of this book, so spoilers, guys, by the end of this book, the Abomination character has now inhabited the Hulk's body, and he's eaten the mother of all evil, or whatever. He's eaten his own mother. And it kind of ends with him emerging as this new version of the Hulk, which is separated from Bruce Banner. There's a superb part in this where the Abomination literally pushes his hand through the Hulk's chest and rips out Bruce Banner, and you see all the kind of the Hulk's glowing green innards and everything spilling out. That was pretty cool. So I really enjoyed this. I will give the next series a run. Someone in the chat tell us, can I remember what the name of the book is? Is it the Evil Hulk? I can't remember what it's called. The something Hulk. But it looks interesting. He's like a grey colour with a gamma scar down his chest edge. And basically it's not the Hulk. It's a lord of demons inhabiting his body. Infernal, that's it. Thank you, Infernal Hulk. It's got us interested, guys. I would recommend picking this one up. It's quite good fun. Love Nick Klein art. Is that the artist on the Hulk, Kev? Because if it is, I was really blown away. I thought his art style in this book in particular was really nice. Like I say, I dropped off the Hulk when they started getting guest artists for a couple of issues, and it just fell apart for us. It really fell apart. Okay, we've got some more comic book reviews, but just whilst we're warming up to that, I'll do what I usually do and talk to you about some action figures. So these are vintage figures from my correct collection. And we've got this one first. Anybody know what this is? What series this is from, or what comic book series it's from? I've shown this off on the channel and on other people's channels a few times. If Wayne is in the chat, no doubt he's going to shout nice beaver. It is a beaver. But yeah, this is from a comic book and a cartoon series that I used to really like. He's called Buster Beaver, and he's from the Get Along Gang, which was a cartoon and a comic, and you joined the Get Along Gang club, which I did. And And basically it was all about being nice, wasn't it? And being nice and having friends and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, this is my beaver. I went back and got this one because I've got fond memories of, with the Get Long Gang, you had to mail away and join the club, like I say, and you were sent a random figure. And this was the figure that I was sent. So it's got a little place in my old beating heart for that. Probably means nout to most people, because I bet most people don't know what the hell the Get Long Gang is. But for me, it's a little bit of nostalgia for what I had when I was a wee nipper, a wee kid. Can I still join the gang? I could do with some friends. Yeah, we could start our own Get Long Gang, Andrew, me and you. See if anybody else wants to join. Pete's saying, here's my beaver. It was not on my bingo card for tonight. Yeah. I've got a lovely beaver. This is, again, a vintage Thundercat. This is obviously Tigra. So what I did a while ago, I went back and I started collecting the characters or the toys that I remember having as a younger kid, and particularly the ones that were my favourite characters. So he's still got his whip in action. Whoopah! Whoopah! Is that the noise a whip makes? Whoopah? Don't know. But yeah, Tigra, one of my all-time favourite Thundercats. Don't know why I was always drawn more to Tigra. Again, I'm always drawn to the soppy, noble characters, really, aren't I? Tigra always struck us as the nice guy of the Thundercats. Let us know in the chat, who is your favourite Thundercat? Yeah. So yeah, one of my favourite Thundercats. Let us know in the chat who your favourite Thundercat is. And if you've got any vintage Thundercats. So I've got tons of vintage He-Man and Transformers. Thundercats is probably my happier place to go to. But I've only really got a vintage Tigra and a vintage Snarf. I haven't got any more, which is mad, really. I don't quite understand why. Don't know why I've not gone and bought more Thundercats. I mean, I've got plenty of Super 7 figures. Beaver Fever. That would be good. Andrew, I'm game so long as we both. I'm game as long as we ban the word beaver. Yeah. Gratuitous beaver shot. There's my Harley. Panthro. Everybody loves Panthro because he's hard and bald and got nunchucks. Panthro. Yeah, everybody likes Panthro. He does seem to be one of the most famous. Nobody seems to ever go for Chitara. Did you know? This is terrible. If you go back and watch the first episode of the original cartoon, I don't know if they've changed it yet. Every one of the Thundercats is in the buff. All of them naked. Chitara naked. She's certainly in that cartoon. No beaver. It's just barren. It's flat. Anyway, there you go. I barely remember Thundercats from when I was a kid, but all the toys I've bought are modern ones, but not Super 7. Yeah, there are some lovely ones, Andrew. There's some great Thundercat figures. Again, sticking with my theme of favourite characters and cartoons. Again, this is a vintage original. This is good old Donatello. Again, don't know why Donatello was always the title I was attracted to. How dare you, Fuzzy? How dare you? No snarf. I do like a bit of snarf. So yeah, Donatello was always my favourite turtle. Got this one a while back. Really nice figure. One of the original line, obviously. You get the ninja stars and all that kind of jazz with them. I have also got, I didn't bring it out to show you tonight, but I've also got a vintage Splinter. But I haven't got his cloak and his coat and whatnot. But yeah, again, same in the chat, ladies and gents. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who is your favourite turtle? Everybody's going to say Raphael, I would imagine. Although I do think, I think Sorrel said a while ago that Donatello is his favourite. So yeah, Donatello's my favourite. Let us know in the chat who your favourite is. I'm sure it will be Donatello for most. Nobody likes Leonardo, do they? Don't know why. We've got two of these. These are, again, some of my favourite figures. Anybody know what line these are from, with the holograms on the chest? And also the holograms on the staffs. Really nice figures. This was a cracking little cartoon line and comic book series that just died a death, really. It never seemed to go anywhere, really. Didn't do much at all. So we've got two here. Got Darkstorm and my favourite, Witterquick, who was always my favourite character. This is the guy in the red who could change into a cheetah. And his magic totem gave him super speed, basically. So yeah, Visionaries. Fuzzy's kicking off in the chat shouting Visionaries. So yeah, love me a bit of Visionaries. These are really cool stands. I know if you can get excited about that kind of stuff. Visionary figures are horrendous in terms of the joints and the elastic of the waists. They just flop around because they are old and they're all just rubber bands basically hold them together. So I've struggled for years to be able to display it winter quick. And then I spotted these bases on good old eBay, and it's a 3D printed base which has got pegs for the feet. You'll see the Spectral Knight symbol, and the baddie ones have got the other symbol on them, but they've also got this peg at the back for you to stick the staff into, which is really cool. So yeah, they are nice. I've picked up another Visionary on a recent toy haul at a toy con, which I haven't shown off yet, so I'll show you those in another video. Quickly jump to the chat. Donatello in the trench coat and mask was my favourite turtle figure. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. Oh, there we go. I've got a Leonardo, you see. Let's have a look. We've got Phil, nice to see you, pal. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's my bag. Donatello was the best shade of green. Raphael was always my favourite. The Bandai Thundercats they released with 2011 show are surprisingly good, both classics. Yeah, they are, mate. They're a nice figure. Andrew, Leonardo, good. Nice to see a bit of Leonardo love. Donatello, my favourite is a dead turtle. Jesus, turtle soup. Find those Marvel crossovers hard to enjoy. Donatello in the trench coat, yep. Oi! Visionaries, Raphael. Don't know why I shouted that. Me neither, Fuzzy. I'm just excited, I guess. Just excited. I think they lost the ancient tech of making holograms. You don't see them anymore. Yeah, they used to be back in the late 80s. They were on all your figures. Visionaries, Supernaturals, they were everywhere. Fuzzy, you've got a weirdly specific version of Tourette. Like white dog turds just doesn't happen nowadays. Yeah, I used to see a lot of white dog turd. Anyway, last figure to show, and again I've showed this before. This is one of my favourites. Again, this is a vintage original. This is this guy. Don't know what his name is, but I know what toy line he's from. Like I say, these kind of became all the rage again. There was some new versions of these, but this is very much one of the original old ones. Looks a little bit like Wayne Deacon without glasses. So yeah, this is one of my favourites. You can look at the paintwork disappearing from him now, and the mould or something on him, because he's a very strange rubbery kind of latex thing. Yeah, he smells a little bit weird. These are hand puppets. You can stick your fingers in the eyeballs and shift the mouths around and stuff. Yeah, and some of the guys in the chat are saying this is a Boglin. I loved these back in the day. Absolutely loved them. Just cool figure. No, is it a figure? Don't know what you'd class these as, but they came in like a cardboard box which had like a jail cell front to it, didn't you? And you had to like release your Boglin. God, hideous. Yeah, very cool, very, very cool. So yeah, I love me a bit of Boglin. So let's see. Boglin, Kev, that's right, mate. Holograms are now exclusive to the overpriced action figure market. Who's who? I can't tell you apart. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Love the smell inside of Boglin. Yeah, it's yeah, it's a bit rough. My sister was into Boglins, never my bag. They are fun. They are fun. And again, it's just something I had as a kid that I knew I had to have. Okay, guys. Nilbog is goblin spelled backwards. Okay. Thank you, Kev. Nilbog, I'm working that through in my head. Nilbog is got. You are correct. Still haven't had a chance to catch up with yesterday's show, and he's on live again. How about Dan, man? Get your finger out. Get it watched. Okay, guys. Couple of things to mention. Lots of excitement today about these, isn't it? This is the Mark Spears blind bags. We had a few questions on the show last night about blind bags and do I think they're worth picking up and all the rest of it. So there's been loads of people publishing and putting videos out about the blind bag openings and all that kind of stuff. There's been some negativity about them, and there's been people saying, oh, why would you buy blind bags and all that kind of stuff. I'm slightly irritated because I should have known this was going to happen, but I bought mine from America, so they're still shipping over here, so I haven't got mine yet, so they'll probably not come for a week or so. But it did make us start thinking about the reason people pick up blind bags. It's no different to a trading card pack to me. Yes, I've gone mental with this Mark Spears one. I've got far too many of them. I don't know why I did that, but never mind. You can see the different variations there. You can get, I think there's 45 different books in total or something, but then there's a whole host of them as foil editions, sketch editions, glow in the dark, black and white ones. There's the golden ticket one out there somewhere, so that's worth checking out if you can find that. You're in the money, I guess. There are some trick versions of these, and I'm not quite sure if anybody in the chat can explain that to us. There are some versions that are called trick versions, and I don't really understand what that is. I think it's classic Mark Spears covers that have got additional images put on them or something like that. I don't know. But mine are on the way. When I get them, I will open them, and you know what I'm like. I will no doubt give a load of them away, so look out for that if you want some of these covers. But I went a bit mad the other day, and I've ended up buying a load more blind bags, and this is why I'm trying to justify it to myself and to you guys. I've bought the Thundercats holiday. I like how they do that. Get that? Holiday. That's pretty good. Anyway, I've bought 5 of the Thundercats holiday special coming out at Christmas. Those ones were pricey. They were like $12.95, but you get 2 comic books, and if I've read it correctly, you get 1 random cover and you get 1 blank cover. Now, you know I love my blank covers, so having 5 Thundercat blank covers appeals to us anyway. So yeah, I've gone for that. We've then got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 13 blind bag variant. I've gotten 5 of those. They were reasonable price. I think they were about $3.50, which is my point with the blind bags. If it's like a reasonable price of $3.50, which is what you're paying for a normal comic book, it does no harm to get it, really, does it? Unless you really want the cover A, I guess. So got some of those. I got 5 of the Ultimate Endgame True Believers blind bag. Again, I think that was $3.50 or something, so normal, reasonable price. And then, even though I said I wasn't going to, I picked up some of the, I picked up 10 of the Mark Spears Monsters issue 8 blind bag, which is the kind of the Krampus one. So yeah, we've got those coming. Let us know in the chat, guys. Are any of you into these blind bags, or do you think they're a waste of time? It feels like one of those topics that's become really, really divisive in the comic book community. Bit like if you say you're a CGC collector and people saying, oh, slabbing comics is a disgrace, blah, blah, blah. It feels like the blind bag thing has kind of become a bit of a thing for people to complain about. For me, as I've said many times, collect what you want to collect. But for me, a lot of these, I acknowledge and fully agree that I've got a problem with buying 100 of the bang bags. That's mental. But the other ones, it's just a bit of fun. And also for me, it works for the channel because you know I like to keep my giveaway box stocked. This is a nice, easy way of us stocking me giveaways and getting stuff out to members. On that note, all channel members will get a blind bag when I get them. So all channel members will get an unopened blind bag. I'll be sending those out to channel members. Okie dokie. Just quickly going to jump to the chat. Race car is race car backwards, which is the best sentence for confusing a truck. What is happening? Okay, that's good stuff. Canadian Survivalist, nice to see you, pal. James got a lovely Elvira homage. If you get 2, can I buy one, please? James Keegan? Oh, James Mack. Oh, James Mack's bought some. Yeah, certainly. I'll sort you out, Terry, if I get some. No problem at all. I'm not paid off that at all that my the Kickstarter thing is shocking, Dan. It really is. So the Kickstarter thing's atrocious. I'm falling out of love with Kickstarter, I have to say. I've backed a lot of things on Kickstarter. Very happy to back small press, independent publishers, people like Kev, all those kind of people. Very happy to back them. But I've had no success at all, other than my John Lee Sink stuff. No success at all with the bigger stuff. So I backed a Trick or Treat trade paperback and plushie and all kinds of stuff. Maybe it was a year and a half ago. Still not had that. I backed, what was the other one? I nearly backed the Mark Spears one, and I decided not to, but I did back the Thundercats omnibus because it came with a Mark Spears variant cover comic with it. That comic, or a version of it, has been published months and months and months ago now. It's the one with Lino on the cover, and the Kickstarter version is a slightly different tint of colour or some crap, I don't know. So cheesed off about that. I also backed the Transformers omnibuses, reprinting all of the old series and stuff. And I was in Comic Shop at the weekend. I noticed they're out. So they're out in the shops, or a version of it is out in the shops. So I don't know what the hell I've backed and what I paid for. So yeah, I'm losing faith in Kickstarter a bit, Dan. I think it's pretty shitty if you support somebody on Kickstarter by getting in there first and general public gets the versions of the books before you get your Kickstarter stuff. I think that's naff. Kev's in the same boat, pretty upset about the Kickstarter. It's my first and probably the last backing. Yeah. I don't have a major issue with blind bags for the right issues, but doing it on a random 13/8 is a joke. Plus, some of the covers in these blind bags have been bang average. So, in the Mark Spears one, Andrew, I absolutely agree with you. There are some very, very nice covers in there, particularly like the Frankenstein. I love some of the reprints of the old horror covers. But a large proportion of them are these old cards reused. There's a whole set of Night of the Living Dead covers, which aren't really my thing, so I'm not sure what they're doing in there, but yeah, it's not good. He's royally screwed us over, Kev. Get used to it. I think we're going to be flooded with these bags all year. Absolutely, Kev. Absolutely. I think it's going to be an ongoing thing. I'll happily buy a Mark Spear duplicate off you, dude. I'd love to read that book. Sort you out, mate. Jason Aaron, last issue on 12th. Yeah, I'm sad about that. I think he's done really, really well with Turtles. It's been a really good series. Jason Aaron's a cracking guy. Yeah, so yeah, really enjoyed that. FOMO is real. You are absolutely correct, mate. It absolutely is. There's no getting around it. Only blind bag I got was the Battle Beast one, just for the Marvel team up. Yeah, the Battle Beast one was. But again, Josh, that's a one that I can get behind because the Battle Beast one was what, £3.50, which is the price of buying the normal comic. So what harm does it do going for the blind bag and potentially getting a nice foil or something, unless you really want just the standard cover A? Do you know what I mean? It's the same price. I think when they elevate the price up to £7.50, £12 and stuff like that, that's starting to take the mick. But if it's just for normal issues, I think that's a good deal. I've ordered 30 and I hope hitting a KO didn't kill my look. Yeah, hitting on KO didn't kill my look. Yeah. Hiya, Shelley, nice to see you. I can't stand blind bags. You always end up with tons of duplicates. Yeah, I get that, Shelley. I guess for me, it works because I give the duplicates away. So, and I've done that all the way through the channel's history. And I guess it's the same as blind bags or mystery boxes. You know, I've just opened a load of these. Spoilers. Just opened some of these tiny terrors, tiny nightmares. And again, your Fuzzy don't get upset with this. I was sent them for free. It's random again, isn't it? So there's no difference to a comic blind bag, I guess, to a little figure blind bag, or as I said, a packet of stickers or a packet of cards back in the day. You know, I've got you, Sorrel. Don't fret. I have them just waiting for some mailers. Seeing the Food and Planet has the Mark Space blind bags for $3.75. Yeah, see, I think it's okay when it's that price, mate. I bought a couple of the Batman 1 blind bags because I was buying it anyway and like a foil. Not ordered any of the others as their only series I'm pulling is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and I don't need multiple issue 13s. That's very fair. FFO KCOC is... Oh, Fuzzy. You're right. You are right. I wish I had enough money to back the G.I. Joe Kickstarter, but I'm poor. This is going to sound really arsey, Kevin, but I can't remember if I backed that one or not. This is, again, the other problem with Kickstarter. Because you look, and some of the ones I've got on Kickstarter, like a year and a half, 2 years, I can't remember what I haven't backed. And I hadn't appreciated, I was watching a video about this the other day, that when you sign up to Kickstarter and you've paid your money, if that goes bust, there's no guarantee for your money back. I just assumed if I pay my money and then it goes tits up, I would have some recourse or Kickstarter, I would get my money back or something. It's absolutely nothing to do with them. They wash their hands of it, and it's basically tough luck. You can try and get your money back through the seller or whatever, but yeah, you just don't get it. Did you ever get your robot for buying all the need seller books from Slab Crusaders? Fuzzy, I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue in terms of Slab Crusaders. I've said before, I've struggled to keep up with what I haven't ordered from Slab Crusaders. I've not had the books from Slab Crusaders, and he's never chased us, so I don't know if I've got an order sat there or what, but I've not had any contact to say, yeah, I can't my memory doesn't help with Slab Crusaders kind of selling model. Hoff Hobbies, nice to see you, Hoff. Hope you're doing well. Just off up the woods, any Hasselhoff news? Not at the moment, pal. Not at the moment. Although there was some a little while ago. I think it was San Diego Comic Con showed that there was going to be a 1/6 scale Hoff action figure from Knight Rider. So yeah, pretty cool. I'll probably get 30 blanks. One of the blanks is really nice, Kev. There's a black blank with orange writing, which I really like. I hope I get a few of them because I'd like them. Battle Beast did the best thing, having next issue early and Spider-Man team up. Yeah, the Spider-Man team up foil was lush. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious takes a long time to spell it backwards. It does, you're right, Terry. I have to keep a record of what I've backed and ordered, otherwise I might forget I've spent 400 on a board game and 18 Star Trek figures coming at some random time in the future. It's so this is the problem. So you know that I collect 1/6 scale action figures. That's the big danger with them. You put down your deposit, which is 30 quid or whatever like that, and I forget about them. And then all of a sudden, like I had a couple of months back, I had a message to say, you know, 4 figures have now been organised to be delivered, so you owe like over $1,000. And it was like, shit in hell, where do you get that from? So yeah, you've got to be very, very cautious. I can't be shagged waiting 18 months for anything, let alone a comic. Yeah, Fuzzy, it again, at my age and my attention span, it really causes issues because I just forget and I can't be arsed. And by the time a lot of them come around, I've lost interest, if I'm being really honest. Like I backed, like I say, that Transformers Omnibus set and the Thundercats Omnibus, and now I'm saying, couldn't give a toss, really. Hoff action figure will blow my mind. It looked really cool, the image they shared of it, so yeah, one to watch out for. You guys should watch Trolls 2. It's like a classic band movie. Is that the cartoon Trolls? Animation thing. Yeah. I'm up for a Hoff action figure, but we need a kit too. Absolutely. Okay, guys, right. Wanted to quickly show you these. I'm conscious of time, so I don't want to go longer than good old Sorrel's channel at 8 o'clock. There is a redirect set up on this, so if you stick on this, it should, if I've done it right, it should redirect you to Sorrel's live stream. But I don't talk about these very much, so I wanted to mention these. These are sticker albums, and I'm interested, guys, in the chat, ladies and gents, do any of you collect stickers? My most recent one is this. This is Panini Amazing Spider-Man Anniversary Collection. I don't know why I kind of got into this, but I just did. And I went a bit crazy, and I did manage to get the full collection. So I got all the stickers for that. This was, I don't know, this was like bringing us back to my childhood. There's a lovely poster in the centre. And we had honestly, grown men met at Thought Bubble to do swapsies. We had piles of stickers and we're swapping them. It was bizarre. Then, going back, we've got this one. This is from 90, I think. Let's have a look. 1990. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sticker Collectors album, again by Panini. Really, really nice album. Again, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles over in the UK, because we weren't allowed to say ninja because it was too violent. These ones had the lovely shinies. I love me a bit of a shiny. And these ones also had the kind of the pull-out posters in the middle, which were really quite hard to get a hold of in decent condition. But yeah, lovely shinies and pull-out poster if you want to detach it. But yeah, really nice Turtles book. We'll then go to this year, 86 is it? Is 87. We'll get Action Force, which is our version of G.I. Joe here over in the UK. I'm not sure why they couldn't go with G.I. Joe. I guess that's a very American term. But we had Action Force, the International Heroes. Again, I like to try and collect them if they're complete, but that's not always easy to do. So G.I. Joe, unfortunately, isn't complete, but it's got some very nice images in it, some great shinies. Yeah, just a lovely book. Then, this is the one that's got the biggest pull for us, because I remember collecting this one. This is 1986. Superb year for sticker books and cartoons. I remember collecting this one religiously back when I was a kid, absolutely desperately trying to fill this album. This is the Thundercats, obviously. Beautiful sticker album with lots of lovely shiny stickers in there. Just reprints of the images from the cartoons, really. There you go. See? There you go. I was talking about... I'm not going to show you... Oh, my God. Even the children are naked. Let's not show that. So, yeah. Good old Mumra, the Ever Living. Again, this one's got a really nice... I'm not going to unfold it because it's very fragile. But a big kind of A3 poster with all the different characters in shiny form. So, yeah. Really love that one. That's my pride and joy, really, the old Thundercats. Good old Transformers. Again, really nice one to get a hold of. Now, this one had shinies, I believe. Yeah, had shinies, like Optimus there. Yeah, and this is a complete sticker album. It's quite a hard one to get a hold of. And interestingly, guys, if you do have any of these in your lofts and whatnot, if you've got good condition, particularly if it's a complete sticker album, these all go for really good money. Really good money. Next, we've got Mask. Again, really nice one. This one's got the completed poster, which is very fragile. So I ain't going to open that, but one of my favourites. Again, another one I really remember collecting, which I loved back in the day, was Secret Wars. And unlike other sticker albums, this didn't just repeat the comic. This had a standalone story in it. You get some of the classic Secret Wars imagery from the Marvel comic book. Look at that, man. Look at that art. That's proper comic book art, isn't it? Look at Thor. You know, that's, yeah, just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But this had a separate story in it as well, which I don't remember ever reading in any of the comics about frozen creatures. I don't know what that was. That was really cool. This one didn't have shinies as such. You had these kind of die-cut stickers that you used to take out and pop on the central pages. So again, this is a complete sticker album and it's lush. And then finally, my oldest sticker book, which is from, I want to say 83. Yep, 1983, is of course good old Masters of the Universe. This one has seen far better days. Someone stuck some He-Man holograms on the back there, and they weren't part of the sticker collection. This is a lovely old book. It is incredibly fragile. It's got some damage to it, but it's just beautiful. Again, this is a complete album, so this one is pricey because it's very hard to get a hold of. Just got stickers from the cartoon series, really. And inside it, again, you've got those kind of die-cut sticker scene where you used to get the stickers and peel them off and stick them on the different scenes. So yeah, really lovely book. One of my favourites. Absolute one of my favourites. This is my childhood, guys. This is what I spent many a day doing, collecting stickers, sticking them in books, buying the packs of stickers, and just absolutely loving them. So yeah, there we go. Some old school sticker albums. Let us know in the chat, guys, if you collect these, if you've picked up any of these books in the days. These ones, I like to say, ranging from the 80s up, 83 being my earliest. I'm not sure which ones I'm missing. I need to maybe have a bit of... I don't know if there was a Defenders of the Earth one. I certainly didn't collect them. But good old Action Force, G.I. Joe, Turtles, and then up to Spider-Man. Okay, quickly, before we end, a couple more reviews for you guys. Somebody, can't remember who, told us that Amazing Spider-Man was worth reading at the moment. And I've stepped away from Spidey for a good while. I quite enjoyed this. Much to my surprise, this was an okay read. I'm lost off because I've not read, obviously, the first 13 issues, sorry. Spider-Man's been knocked into space or something. Norman Osborn is now wearing the Spider-Man costume, and Ben Reilly's pretending he's Peter Parker or something. I don't know. But it was okay. It was better than I expected. One World Under Doom, I've missed most of this series. I thought I would give this a go because this is the penultimate issue. Oh, we've got Rod in the chat. Nice to see you, Rod. Hope you're doing well, pal. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. One World Under Doom. Yeah, this entire event's passed us by, really. I thought I'd give it a go because it is, like I say, the penultimate issue. Yeah, Rod, we'll get you on a show, pal. We'll get you on a show. I'm just about to shut this one down, but we'll get you on something in the future, pal. It would be lovely, me, you and Efren, to do something. This was all right. The ending took us by surprise. They make a big point of Doom drawing a line in the sand at this particular time period and saying it's a fixed event, it can never change, and it's always going to be this point, blah, blah, blah. And then a major character dies, literally after that. So I don't know if Marvel are really saying they've killed off this character. Again, I'm conscious that this book is out today, so I don't want to spoil it for people if you've not read it. But it's a surprising death. It's a graphic death. Someone's head is lopped off. So yeah. Transformers, best book out. Absolutely, Rod. I'm loving that. The latest issue with my man Miles in it from Mask threw me completely. So yeah, bit of Miles mayhem in the latest issue of Transformers. It was very cool. And then our good friend Sorrel has been telling us a lot about Zine Scope. So he's tempted and enticed us to read one of these Grim Tales books. So I picked up this Grim Tales of Terror, issue 10, which is a standalone story. Artwork was a little bit confusing at times, but overall, I really enjoyed this. So yeah, I thought this was pretty good, actually. It's encouraged us to read more, to be perfectly honest. I will give this another go. I'll pick up another issue of this one. Okay, guys, just want to mention thank you to all the channel members. Really do appreciate that. You are helping me out, and I certainly appreciate your support. Next Friday, no live show this Friday because me and James are away. Next Friday, we've got Rusty Staples with Andy. We're going to be looking at The Crow, so please try and get yourself a copy of that and read it ahead of the show. Quickly going to jump to the chat, guys. We've got a couple of minutes, so quickly going to jump to the chat. And see what else we've got. Blah, 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 blah. Where did I get up to? Hasselhoff news. I'm up for a Hoff action film. We've got Connie. Nice to see you, Connie. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all right, Connie. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Thought Bubble. I'm 13 months into waiting for my last crowdfunded board game. At least 6 months ago. It's just not right, Andrew, is it? It's just appalling. There was a big issue during COVID. Someone made a graphic novel about COVID. People are still waiting. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Not a problem, Sorrel. Bollocks, keep going. I bought the new Marvel album. Yeah, I've seen that one, Andrew. Is it any good? Let us know in the chat, mate. Is it any good? I've seen someone on Instagram flipping through it and it looked interesting. It's like, is it Marvel Origins or something? Is it helping people get into the comics? It looks cool. Kev, no problem at all, pal. Thank you very much for jumping on. Appreciate it. That's the only one I have, the Spidey one. I wish they would bring out a DC one. Yeah, it's interesting. You never see DC sticker albums. I'm not quite sure why. Interesting. Wish I had some of those sticker books. All the ones I had as a kid were football. Yes, I like football too. Don't kick me out. Never. Do you know what, Andrew? My cousins, my two cousins, were massively into football, and I was the odd one out. I was the nerd. I had no interest in football at all. And I remember me collecting bloody Thundercat stickers, and they had all the football shinies and stuff like that. And I got myself an album, and I tried to take part and to be part of the gang, and I had no frigging clue at all. And it was just embarrassing because I was getting stickers, and I didn't have a clue what the stickers were, what the emblems were, or anything. So I just got rid of that crap. That, yeah, absolutely, Fuzzy. We don't have GIs, which is why I went for Action Force, I guess. I think you're probably right, pal. I collected the World Cup Panini ones up to 1998. Wow. Loved the footy ones through the 80s. Shinies were the ones you wanted as a lad. You can't beat. Oh, you got the excitement unparalleled when you opened a shiny. Absolutely unparalleled. It's like winning the lottery. Do you know what I mean? I nearly bought a Hulk pop-up book today. Looked very cool. I have got my good friend, who gave us it? I was going to say, that sounds terrible. My good friend, I've forgotten his name. I got a pop-up Transformers book from Tom Whelan. He sent us a Transformers pop-up book, which was really well appreciated. If I ever get the funds, I'm going to look up the Star Trek TNG, Power Rangers and Biker Mice sticker books. I didn't know there was a TNG. Oh, Andrew, man. Power Rangers and Biker Mice and Thunderbirds I can leave. But a TNG one, I might have to look for that. I didn't collect that as a kid, like. And that's what these are based on, really. Ones I remember collecting. But I do like a TNG. Defenders of the Earth is the one I'm probably going to look for next. I don't remember ever having that one. That Marvel one looks the best, I think. TripleG is the man. Thank you very much, Rod. Hope you're doing well, pal. I love a good sticker album. I wish I'd kept all of my sticker books. I may have one or two stashed in the garage somewhere. I had that He-Man one. The He-Man one's a beaut, Shelley. It really is an absolute beaut. Just lush. Just lush. I had 5 Battlestar Galacticas. I sold one on eBay. Got £100 for the first one. The last one, 50 quid. I also had the Incredible Hulk TV series. Was surprised when I sold it. Gave me almost enough to pay off my Action Comic 252. Very nice. Very, very cool. The Doom books are still going in January. Yeah, there's a... Did I say something fuzzy about Assault on Castle Doom, where people are trying to break into the castle to get whatever he's got stuck there or something? Off to Geekly Weekly to talk to 6 people. Yeah, if you're not watching Sorrel's channel, head over to Greyman's channel, where himself and, let's be honest, some old fogies talk comic books. So yeah, it's an interesting watch. Zenscope books for the win. I enjoyed it. I'll give you that, Sorrel. I enjoyed it. I like the new Marvel album. It's very basic overview of the birth of the universe to present. All original art on the stickers, as far as I can tell. That appeals to us, Andrew. Might have to look at that one. I moved house when I was 8. Went from a school obsessed with cartoons to one obsessed with football. Felt out of place ever since. Well, you have a place here when we start our Get Along Gang Club. The good board game manufacturers are great with the crowdfunding. I know where it's all at. And why it's taking so long, plus saving out 200 buying it. I've still got one that I haven't even opened, which was a crowdfunded Masters of the Universe one. I've never even looked at, to be perfectly honest. Not looked at that. Okay, it's over on Suddenly Comics at the moment. Okay. Right, ladies and gents. You've got a minute to get to the loo. For the moment, that is your whack. No show this weekend because I'm down at HorrorCon with Mr. Keegan. We may do some videos or streaming there or something like that. I don't know. But we'll be back on Tuesday night for the usual show, Panel Breakers. So please do come and check that out. Jump over now to Super Sorrel's channel. He's bound to be doing all kinds of interesting toy-related news. So please go and give him a view. Let him know that I sent you. But for now, thank you so much everyone that's watched the show. And we'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye.
The curtains close, it's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from TripleG and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's your whack.